Japan is roughly the size of the state of California. Its total land mass consists of 4 main islands, surrounded by hundreds of smaller ones. Its first inhabitants are thought to have migrated from China and other parts of the Asian mainland between 30,000 and 12,000 BC. By 300 AD, some inhabitants had developed rice farming and established long-term settlements in the Yamato Plain, a fertile area in the southwestern portion of Honshu, Japan's main island. This permanent settlement soon gave birth to a political state based on military might and taxation paid in the form of rice.
Rice is a labor-intensive way of getting food out of the ground. And it's also a way of getting food out of the ground that makes you very committed to a place. If you're doing slash-and-burn agriculture, you can up and move. If you're building an elaborate irrigation system and then growing rice on it, you've put years of labor into a spot, and you need to farm it for years to get the value of your labor back. And this makes it very easy to tax people. They're less inclined to up and run away.
Groups of extended families called clans began to struggle for dominance of the Yamato Plain. Small armies soon formed, supported largely by taxes collected from farmers. The history of this period is vague, but eventually one group, who took its name from the area in which it lived, made the right combination of strategic alliances to come out on top, the Yamato clan. They rose to dominance sometime in the 6th century. The Yamatos declared their successive leaders emperors and supported this move by also claiming divine origin. Their empire gradually widened as they conquered territories in neighboring regions of Honshu. Perhaps the most well-known figure from this family was a bigger-than-life warrior named Yamato Takeru no Mikoto, better known as Prince Yamato.
He was basically a mythical figure, a sort of Hercules sort of character that's invented as part of this growing political mythology. He's noted for a number of exploits. In the story, he sort of single-handedly travels about Japan, subduing various rebellious tribes and individual leaders.
Prince Yamato's fearless and daring behavior, mythical or not, became an archetype for future Japanese warriors.
In the middle of the 7th century, these so-called emperors had accumulated enough power, enough control over at least the central parts of the main Japanese island in order to impose a political reform.
In this reform, the imperial family set up a central government with a palace and a court of nobles, councillors, and government administrators at the site of present-day Kyoto. To provide the nobles with income, imperial lands were divided and distributed among them. Income came from taxes, usually in the form of rice, paid by peasant farmers who worked the lands.